Those who love Pamela to share in this memorial and this testament of her memory. I personally will be talking about commemorating and making a memorial of our marriage, and then other speakers will be coming on talking to your immediate aims, particularly those people with with Israel Dance, who this is being zoomed out to, and then Morris will address, then Jonathan Wittenberg will make an address to you personally, and that will blend us in together, because we've done, over the last 30 years, you've been staying with us, and I wanted this particular. So this would be a major part. Then Paul Antaconi will be talking about Pam's charitable work and work in World Jewish Relief. Then Rabbi Wittenberg will be coming on for a second appearance to give this a proper Jewish send-off. And so Jonathan has two parts, as he has major parts in all our lives. Well, let me just say, start at the beginning really, how I first met Pam. I met Pam, it was as an arranged date, and we were at Sue Mack's house, and Sue had put us off at either end of a long table, so we didn't get a chance to talk. I think they did this to lure me in, to think there wasn't a shidduch for me. But as soon as I heard Pam's laughter, that infectious laughter that Pam has. You know, you can't use the word infectious laughter anymore. Maybe this, so we have to call it something else. And her lingering smile, which of course is her lingering smile. And I knew then that she was the one for me. In many ways, we were an odd couple. Pam always laughing, not wanting to discuss anything, not going into the depths of things. And me, serious, intense, always interested in the psychological depths. I became a psychiatrist, and I can never leave it alone. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm not easy. In fact, Pam, in many ways, was my connection with ordinary humanity. I find people difficult sometimes because I care for them so much, and the pain is hard. But this is the legacy of being a child of a Holocaust survivor for many of us. But Pam gave me many, many things. But our bond and our marriage was immensely strong, because it was strong and where it was important. First of all, our love of the Jewish people and the friends of Jewish people. We kept a Jewish home. The home was kosher Pesach. Why did I do it? Because all Jews could stay with us wherever they came from, and they did. In fact, if I want to be ecumenical about it, all Muslims could stay with us because the house was halal. There will be the day, and the day is coming, when this will be so. Well, what else? Well, if that wasn't enough, our travel, our love of travel, our continuous travel, both exploring and the places we've been to. We have thousands and thousands and thousands of memory of the places we've been to. Where did we get this courage from? Both of us from rather unadventurous Jewish homes, and yet we supported each other. I think we found ourselves in places sometimes we couldn't believe was true. Many a time I'm up in the Andes and I'm pinching myself. Am I going to wake up and I'm going to be just over in Finchley and dreaming about going to these places? No, the dreams come true. Well. So, what does it all mean to me, this marriage? What has sustained me over these difficult 2 years? Well, Mozart. Believe it or not. Mozart's magic flute is my like continuous companion. Mozart, in the magic flute, time and time again it says, zittere nicht, which in Yiddish means don't tremble, don't tremble. Well, I trembled, but I'm trying not to. I'm trembling now, but it's with joy and emotion. Also, what else he said, there's a little tune, which is a beautiful tune. And Mozart, was a Freemason, and so in a way his relationship to God and the divine was a more nuanced one. I think I would share that. And what he has a lovely song, he goes, da da dee da dee da da, dee da 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 da. Man and wife and man is the nearest we get to the divine. Enough. Okay, what more can I say? Well, the rest will be in memories. When you say now, at our age, or my age, memories are the most substantial thing in the world. They're stronger than houses, than property. They take on a substance. And I'm lucky to have all these memories. And we were clever because we built up memories. We built them up and built them up. Memories from all over the world, the most fantastic memories. And I'm living them now. And I'm on my own in the house, and the memories come back to me. Even our last trip, when I knew Pam was dying, we went to Israel, and I'm looking at the pictures and say, what a great holiday we had, what a great holiday. I'm wheeling Pam around, and we went to the wall. I went up on the Temple Mount, but that's on my own. And I thought, what a great time. And I remember, I'm wheeling around a dying wife. What a piece of work it is, man. What courage we get from each other. I want to say other things, and I suppose that will be enough. There's lots more I want to say, but also to just thank Pamela for our life together. Oh, Pamela gave me some sage advice. I have an inheritance from Pam. Believe it or not, Pam said this. She said, first of all, she said, the trouble with you, Mike, you've got great ideas and you're outrageous, but you back off. She says, don't back off, Rabbi, don't back off. I'm not backing off anymore. I'm doing what I have to do. I know what I have to do, and I'm going to do it. The other thing she said, get a personal assistant. Good idea. But I've learned to be my own personal assistant. You know, you want a job doing well, you have to do it yourself. And the last, maybe unpermitted, she says, get a partner. And she knew I needed a partner. So, Pam, I'm on track. I don't believe you're up there, but if you are, Pamela, be proud of me, and thanks. Bye. Bye, Pamela.
Nice guy.
Right, let me now carry on with my Master of Ceremonies role. I think what was cardinal was initially the work Pam did with people all over the world for Israel Dance. Not only the former Soviet Union, but people who stayed with us from Cuba, Venezuela, I believe, America, of course, Turkey, former Yugoslavia, etc., etc., etc. And so this message, and actually the raison d'etre of this ceremony is mainly for you. And that's why I hope you're getting on the Zoom. What you don't get on the Zoom, you will get as a collective memorial book, which will be professionally edited, and it will be superb. And of course, it's just for me, but you can share it, because those will be my memories. That's it. So now I think we'll bring in the people talking from Morris Stone, who we all know. Come forward.
Can I come forward?
What?
Morris is a Cohen, so he's going to speak from there.
Will you go to?
Yeah.
We will come to you. Of course. You've got Morris. Thank you for the special dispensation, because I know you're allowed for important events. Thank you.
So, Michael, I really appreciate the opportunity of coming to Pamela Stone's setting to say a few words. I remember that at your wedding we did some Israeli dancing.
Yes.
And shortly after the wedding, Pamela came to me and said, look, I'd love to do more dancing, but I've got some difficult knees, and therefore, can I do anything else to help? And Pamela joined Susie and I in putting together a program which led us to initially work in the former Soviet Union. She was the administrative backbone of what we did. I remember packing boxes of food to take with us so we could eat there, and boxes of materials to hand out to people. And Pamela was an ace logistical genius. And through her assistance, we managed to reach out to hundreds of teachers in various places in Russia and Ukraine and Belarus. And then they reached out to more people across the former Soviet Union. And then we extended that work to Eastern Europe, to Turkey, to Cuba, and to South America. And all the time, whether Pamela was actually working for the Israeli Dance Institute, or then when she left but became a supporter of what we did, she really played an important role. She hosted for many years. That's how Michael met all these wonderful people. And the fact that Anna is here today is a testament to kind of Pamela's outreach. So I want to thank Pamela for all your work in making the world a better place, in reaching out, in building up communities, the Jewish communities, people coming closer to the Jewish way of life because of her support for the work that we did. Thank you.
Thank you, Morris. Thank you. And now, Rabbi Wittenberg would make an address to our friends and the work that you've done in introducing people people, I would say, dancing into Judaism, which is a nice way, don't you think? Would that be right to say, Maurice?
Sure.
In fact, there's a great place for Rokadim, isn't there? It's very big. Yeah, sure. Rokadim.
So I'm just going to second what you said, Maurice, and what you said, Michael, which was very, very moving. That it wasn't until I visited the Soviet Union that I understood, the former Soviet Union, how the network of dance drew people deeply into Jewish life and expressed their spirit. And back in our own community, I recall the many times it hasn't been possible in COVID. So you haven't missed out, Pamela, on this one, and Michael. The gatherings of people all around the world, from all parts of Eastern Europe and also South America and all around, in which it was so appreciated that you helped host together with Maurice and Susie and others. And that meant the world to us to get an insight into your communities as well. And Pamela, you were so central to all of that.
Right, we move on now to World Jewish Relief with Paul Anticone. Paul, do you want to come around the grave again, I think?
Thank you, Michael, for letting me say a few words on behalf of World Jewish Relief, a charity that I know its vision, actions, people converged very deeply with Pamela's values and principles. Pamela joined our Gifting Kind team, brilliantly led by the great Ros Bluestone, in 2005. She travelled to Belarus that year to see our work and often referred to that trip, particularly affected by the impact that it had on her. She saw the complexity of suffering and poverty and the simplicity of the impact that good, effective charity could have. And she also visited Latvia with us in 2011. She spent countless hours in our warehouse sorting clothes and organising other volunteers to participate. She was always the first go-to volunteer if we needed help, and no task was too small or too great. Many an hour she spent hosting our stand at events or jumping on a bus to our offices in Cricklewood to stuff envelopes, phone supporters, or prepare for a big event. She loved a big event. She was an integral and familiar part of the World Jewish Relief family. She celebrated our Jewish pride in supporting those within and beyond the Jewish community, and took particular interest in our work responding to big international disasters. In my eyes, Pamela didn't judge people based on what they looked like, or how they were labelled, or which community they belonged to, and I loved that. Pamela became a great advocate for our work, talking in schools and clubs and to community groups. And together with Andrea Williams, she led our Jewish Legends event, raising significant funds for those that needed our assistance. Pamela's sincerity, energy, curiosity and deep kindness endeared her to us all. World Jewish Relief have lost a giant of a volunteer, but through the many years of her efforts have strengthened our capabilities to assist others for as long as we will be around. Thank you, Pamela.
So, Michael, you mentioned your travels and that actually you would wake up in the Andes, and you were in the Andes. Yes. I didn't understand the extent of your travel until you and Pamela told me about it. And I was aware of her work with the Israel Dance Institute. I knew less about the amazing contribution to World Jewish Relief and other causes she cared for. But I was very moved by the travel. And what I just wanted to say before a psalm and the memorial prayer, which you asked me to conclude with, is I was aware how difficult the last period of time was, how you struggled, Michael, to try to protect Pamela against the failings of the system in all kinds of ways, and how she was really very ill and you cared for her at home. And then I came to visit, and I'd just spoken to a lady called Eleanor Hanlon, who'd written a book called The Eyes of the Wild. And somehow the conversation went to California. And I mentioned how in this book she spends time observing grey whales in a particular lagoon, and how the grey whales brought their babies close to the boat, almost saying, "Humans, we trust you again."
Yes.
And I could not believe it when Pamela said that you had been there.
Yes.
In the same lagoon.
Yes.
With the same whales and had the same experience.
So-
So I lent that book to you, and it talks about sense of spirit, that connection of the spirit of togetherness and forgiveness, and the spirit of the whales with the spirit of humanity, and something deeper than both, which connects us all. I will never forget that. And you and Pamela, we had that conversation then, and that was not long before she passed away.
Yes.
So that will be a thought before chanting the memorial prayer. And the tradition is to read the inscription, the memorial prayer, and then the Kaddish. So let me find I'll give you the book for the Kaddish
Thank
after.
you.
Port Munah, here lies buried Pessa, bat Avraham Yitzchak. Pessa, daughter of Avraham Yitzchak. I understand her parents ran a well thought of hairdressing saloon in a high street in Bristol where she grew up, and they were very part of the community. Niftara Kavada Tavshin Pei Lifrat Katan, who passed away on the 20th of Adar in the year 5780, according as we count. Tehi Nafsha Tzrura Bitzror HaChayim. May her soul be bound up in the bond of life. Pamela Amdura, 23/5/1947 to the 16th of March 2020. A much loved wife, sister and friend who met the world with a smile, a traveling companion through life. They're beautifully chosen words.
Thank you.
El male rachamim shochen b'mromim hametzeh menucha nechona tachat kanfei hashchina במעלות קדושים וטהורים כזוהר ים מזהירים את נשמת מרת פסח בת אברהם יצחק פמלה אמדורה שהלכה לעולמה ההנאה בעל הרחמים הסתירה בסתר כנפיך לעולמים אוצרו מצרו החיים את נשמתה אדוני הוא נחלתה ותנוח בשלום על משכבה ונאמר אמן.
V'yiskadal v'yiskadat shema rabba v'mal diber v'rayt b'ruchi v'yimelach malchosei b'chei yecham v'yivmecham v'chei dichol beit Yisrael b'gal v'zman korim v'yimru amen yishmei rabba mevorech le'lam almaya yisbarach v'yishtabach v'slaveh v'sameh v'sanaseh v'sader v'salel v'salel v'shemei didishcho baruch hu B'choso v'shiroso v'shiroso v'nechamosa di amiram b'mama yish lamo rabba min shemayim v'hi elenu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimramam Outse shalom b'mramav hu yase shalom v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru Amen.
Amen, amen, amen. Thank you, Michael, and to everybody for gathering.
Thank you.
Thank you. Do you want to close? Should we close the Zoom now?
Yes, I just want to say to all Pamela's friends and my friends from all over the world that the travel firm still carries on. I inherit that firm, and we'll be coming to visit. I will be coming to visit you with Pamela's memories. I will spending the memories to you, and we'll share that together. So I look forward to us continuing our work together and continuing Pam's work together. She will always be with us.
Thank you.
First of all, thanks for being here. I know you've had a difficult time, and we've got history together. Morris, I want to thank you for introducing me to the good work you've done. It's been. I've just, you know, I was always in the background. I always used to say, I'm the husband of the doctor's wife. You'll get that one. Thanks for being there through difficult times. I'm not easy to understand, but I'm worth a while, I hope. And thanks for being there. Yoni, you've been here for me, and you've given me strength. I never forget a good turn. That could be a curse, but I hope it will be a blessing. I love you. I love you. Thank you for
Good luck with the garden project. I'm looking forward to seeing the progress.
Yes, I want to thank you for seeing the compass and the great works that Judaism can do, whether it's from the religious point of view or not, but the actual principle in World Jewish Relief has inspired me and will inspire me.
Oh, that's fantastic. Fantastic. Inspired by your dear wife.
I want to say that we all need heroines and good deeds and bravery.
Absolutely.
You gave Pamela that and me. My cousin, thank you for being there. I know not easy, but you're stuck in there. I appreciate that. Old friends, young friends, thank you. Adrian,
My dear friend.
yeah, we share many memories together, and then as we get older, these memories are more important than life itself.
I was telling a joke that Pamela's father told me
Yes,
to the Mr. Anticone,
yes,
remembering him, and that's where she got her sense of humour.
yes.
Father was very funny.
Very funny guy, very funny guy,
Very funny.
very funny guy.
A mensch.
He was a mensch, indeed. Shelley, come over here, lovey. I want to say how much me and you are great criers, sweetheart. I love you to bits. I'm so pleased that we adopted you. You, I know Pam was very, very special to you, and I know she was a mother to you in many ways.
Lovely.
Yeah,
Mother, sister, friend.
I know. You will have the memories.
Yeah.
As you get older, those memories are more important than your car.
Yeah, absolutely. I loved your line about building up memories more than bricks of the property.
Yeah, do it.
It was a very nice.
Do it.
Should be very proud of us.
Boys, thanks for being there. Always. Your job's not finished yet. You're going to have to look after me and keep Pamela's memory going. Hilary and Nick. Hilary and Nick. Old friends are the best, and you are an old friend to Pam.
The oldest.
The oldest.
Everybody wishes you love and well.
Thank you.
Annie senses she's not very well. So.
Yeah. Let's keep it to the present. I want to thank you for being here. Okay.
I'm going to say this now. Our garden is always open. Our
Yes,
office is always
I
open.
know, sir.
We'll have coffees
Yeah,
and
love
talk
to.
to us when it's quite.
Will do. Yeah. And you'll have all the memories. We're collating all the memories.
Have a chat with Pam.
Yes, yeah. I talk to her frequently. It's only to talk to her frequently. Okay.
She's not very far away. Just in another room.
I want to thank my good friend Jonathan, the videographer, for being here, for giving me strength and inspiration through photography to carry on. Thank you, Jonathan. Rabbi Wittenberg. Sorry. Rabbi Witten. I'm just going back to her.
You're from us.
Yeah, Jonathan, I just want to, I wanted something on record. First of all, Jonathan, I want to say thank you for hanging in for what I think we both realise my principles.
Yeah, and also you spoke very, very moving. That was very moving, Michael.
Thank you.
Very moving and very appropriate to Pamela.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
I don't know. Calm down.
Let's have a little aside. Have a small, that's all I'm having. Have a small aside.
I won't. I'll
I'm having principle.
In principle. Hold an empty glass. Hold an empty glass.
wait.
Benji.
I want to make a joke.
I'm not. Do you want me to record the sounds? Yeah, I'm just going to give you the microphone back.
I just can't drink that.
No, you don't have to drink. It's symbolic. I want to make a toast to Pamela. We say to life, L'chaim. L'chaim, Pamela. L'chaim. L'chaim to the Amjura firm at 105. Chach v'chach.
Pretend. Done, you can throw it now.
Okay. I'll drink it. I'll have a small one.
Yeah, okay.